Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. Time for another live stream. We're starting a little bit late tonight, but tonight we are going to be working on the Blacksmiths, and I will show you how we're doing. Hope everyone's having a good night tonight. I'm going to see. I don't think this thing lets me tweet. Like, it doesn't let me tweet about my stream anymore. It's like, I hate you. You suck. Let's see what happens. That's totally not going to work. Alright. Okay. Whoa. Okay. It's probably not going to let me connect. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe it will. No, it won't. XSplit Broadcaster has encountered a problem. Damn you. Damn you. Alright. Here we go. And let's see what our stream quality is. Good. Yes. Because no one's watching. Alright. Here we go. Hope everyone's having a good night. Let's go ahead and, before we get started here, I just need to quench my thirst a little bit. Nothing serious, guys. We're not really doing anything that crazy. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little taste. A little splash, you guys. All right, here we go. Yeah, you really gotta fill your whole mouth with that and taste it, and it's good. So you can see Twitch chat there. Oh, I can't really. I'm gonna stick that there. It's fine. So here we go. Here's where we're at with them. I think they're looking pretty good. So far, so good, right? You guys remember that Geico commercial where the caveman is in the airport and he's like he's on one of those conveyor belts, like those walking conveyor belts, and he sees a picture of like the caveman, like it's so easy a caveman can do it, and he gets kind of triggered by that. I'm actually listening to that song. That's actually on my dot right now, and I freaking love that song. And I actually ended up becoming like a fan of the band that makes that song, Röyksopp. They have a really cool kind of mellow sound to them. And this isn't even like my favorite Röyksopp song. There's a bunch of Röyksopp songs that I actually like. Really starting to like how these guys, like just how gritty they look. I think all the washes and glazes that I used after airbrushing them are really starting to kind of just give them a really like cool, like gritty feel. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Play It Painted Live. Let us know what you're painting or what you should be painting. Tonight, we are working on Guild Ball Blacksmiths, people. Oh my God, get hype. That was supposed to be me sounding really excited about this. All right, that's as good as it gets, folks. That's about as excited. That's not true. You guys have heard me hype, like crazy hype over shit. And today was like crazy hype the freaking day, man. You know, there was all those like super hype posts up about the Joan of Arc Kickstarter, which I'm still abstaining from. Only 48 hours left, and that Kickstarter is doing really well. And I'm like, oh shit, I really want to get in on that, but oh my god, I don't know, I don't have money. But being a total hypocrite, I got hype off of another game, and that shit just owned me, dude. I was just, you know, friend pinged me and he was like, hey man, you gotta check this shit out. You gotta check out Shadows of Brimstone. And I'm like, Shadows of Brimstone, man. I seen that game on the shelf and it never really like reached out. It never really like, you know, grabbed me. And he's like, no. You gotta check it out. It's Weird West? What? It's like Malifaux? What? It's full co-op? What? Minis are hard plastic? What? It's got a drinking mechanic baked in? Oh my fucking god. So then so then I looked at it, and sure enough, I was like, yeah, I need this in my life. I need this in my life. I need this in and around my being. I need to play this shit, right? Yeah. So I have succumbed. I have succumbed to the hype for Shadows of Brimstone. So, yeah. So it's on order. I'm gonna play it with somebody. I'm hoping the Friday night crew is down to play it with me. If they don't like it, I will recruit a new team and we will play it a different night of the week. We'll do it that way. That's how much I'm committed to this shit, man. Like, it's beautiful. That needs to be a thing. The skin is just about done. Let's go ahead and got a little Crowded House playing again in the background. You know you like Crowded House. They only got the one song. I don't know. If you guys know another like really good Crowded House song, you let me know. I don't think they did Lady in Red, right? That's a totally different band. It is so quiet. I guess I better look up hair colors here. This one kind of looked like Rihanna. Rihanna with a crossbow. Don't let them win. Alright, here we go. Let's look up some hair color. There is one blonde, two brunettes, and basically a gray hair guy. Her hair is supposed to be dark brown, but I think that's alright. But they are looking gritty, just like the on the package. Oh damn, we lost a viewer. Someone was like, fuck you, Octave. And they broke out. Trying to like look at the armor. Okay, so that guy doesn't have a shirt on. Okay, good to know. This guy right here does not have a shirt on. You know what that means, right? Baby, dry your tears. Dry your eyes now. Here we go. We're just gonna magic mic this shit right here. Oh damn, meanwhile Ghost Town DJs is on. Like, that is probably the worst conceived set of armor, you know, since, like, the ladies' fantasy armor, which is just bikini, but this is like the opposite. It's like, look, we can make armor as stupid for men too. You can, it's the biggest, easiest part of your body to hit. Let's just put that out there as part of the. That's amazing. Let's do. I'm just gonna hum this shit by myself, man. Baby. Yeah, dude. Ain't nobody know that I'm on streaming right now. Except for Blade Wolf. He knows. Oh, lady, baby. Like, this guy is really like the Tom Selleck of Guild Ball. Look at this guy. I have half a mind to paint in little curly hairs on his chest. just make him that 1980s macho style. He's got the Tom Selleck mustache. If he was forced to wear a shirt, he would wear that red Hawaiian shirt from like Magnum PI. Dun, 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 dun. Probably put that shit on him. You know, you'd think that would be dope if I did that. But I'm lazy. Is there anything else I need to know about these blacksmiths as I'm painting them? Oh, there comes a drum roll. And the synth. Oh my god. It's too bad you guys can't hear this. Actually, you guys are just lurking. So, you guys are like, fuck it. I don't even want to hear. Hey, what's up, Jazzatoth? Hey, folks, get to watch the stream after my late night roleplay session. How's everyone doing? Well, everyone is lurking. Ain't nobody said nothing, man, but you. So, I'm going to say maybe they're preoccupied. Hope you had a good roleplay session, man. We're just doing the damn thing here. Yeah, look at it. Check out that like swollenness. Look at this guy's open-chested armor with his chesticles popping out of the front of that. What else do we got? Anybody? Am I missing? Yeah, like this dude here. I'm like missing skin. No, I'm not. Like, no, I'm not. He's like in the artwork. This guy's bare skin is supposed to be exposed there and there, but like that's way too big. Ain't nobody have a like an elbow wider than their face. That's got to be armor. Digging buff as heck. Blacksmiths, look at that. Look at the swole. That's right. This guy's been working out, man. She's supposed to have dark hair, so let's do her dark hair. With dark hair, I think she's kind of like Janet from Three's Company. What was that? Super fun. Yeah. What were you playing? D&D, or are you playing another system? So if you're just joining us, welcome to Play It Painted Live. Let us know what you're painting, what you should be painting. Tonight we are working on the Blacksmiths, people. Got a deadline. Want to play this tomorrow, man. And now that I'm like closing in on getting these painted, I better go look at some stat cards, right? Better try to figure out what the hell I'm playing here. That's me, though. I always say paint first and ask questions later. Like Andrew popped in last night to tell me all about the Blacksmiths, but I couldn't handle it. I wasn't ready at that time. Like that was a lot of information for me for some reason. In the evening, I had a beer, and I told you guys last night. Like I had to power through that beer because my kid was getting anxious. So let's see. Playing the Star Wars RPG, my character is a drug-addicted rocket raccoon. That sounds like a good character to play. All right, a little refreshment here as we keep going. We're just gonna power through. Hey, I learned something tonight. I learned that these boxes, these like traditional Japanese drinking boxes, are called a masu, right? That's what they're called. They're called a masu. And yeah. And I think I think like really this is the tradition. This is the way you're supposed to be drinking sake. Wow, that's decent sake. It's not as good as my favorite. That's not my favorite sake, but it's pretty good sake. Um, let's let's get a little blonde hair going. You know, I've been dancing around this whole idea of playing an RPG, and I'm just not ready to take the full dive. You'll pretend not to be a Japanese history student. Well, maybe you can you educate me then? Maybe you can tell me about like what I'm supposed to be doing here. I just like the taste of sake, man. You tell me what. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. I just like drinking it. Actually, no matter what you tell me, I'm still gonna just drink it. But I have the option of drinking it and knowing like two things. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not ready for the full RPG. I don't know. It's like it seems like I could fully invest in that. Like I could fully invest in an RPG and build a character and play in an RPG. But I think just the way my life is kind of set up around hobby, it's easier to play other games that have RPG elements to them. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. But, I think that eventually, I just won't be able to escape it. And I'll end up playing some RPG. But I would just be so damn picky regarding who I play it with that who knows, like maybe I never quite get that RPG group together. Maybe, maybe we never like meet the DM that we really want to play with. Maybe I try to DM and I'm bad at it and we don't, all kinds of things could happen. This guy needs a pupil. Pray to the spirits who empower the farmers and enjoy that shit. Roll 20 is a great way to get in and out of an RPG, depending on the group. Okay, I mean, it's interesting. I just, right now, I think everything, what's scratching the itch for me right now are miniature board games that we can play like RPG light. Right now, that's doing it. I don't really need more immersion than that. But who knows? Maybe someday soon, maybe I will. Let's get some flesh wash on these homies, right? Do I need to do, wait, before I do the flesh wash, let's get this guy's chesticles. A little bit of a light highlight. Dry your tears, dry your eyes now. Here we go. Alright, so we'll do that. And now let's do the damn thing. Let me ask you something. Should the anvil be a different color? Or is it good like that steel color? I personally think it's good steel, but I don't know. I see a lot of people doing it gold. I'm not sure. I don't know. Open to suggestions is what I'm saying. Alright. P3 Flesh Wash. Really enjoy it. Gotcha. Go give me a shout if you ever want a DM for an online game. I might, man. I might. I gotta pick a genre I like, though. Gotta think about, like, what... Because, if you're gonna play RPG, pretty much only have I only have, or am willing to have bandwidth for one RPG. So it better be a genre that I really like. I'm not interested in playing classic D&D because I played classic D&D when I was, from the 5th grade to like 11th grade. So I'm not really interested in that. Not really interested in Star Wars universe and RPGing in there. Cyberpunk, maybe. Steampunk, maybe. So like, Through the Breach or something like that. Cthulhu, horror, yes. I'd be down for that. I don't know. So now, a little bit of flesh wash being applied underneath the buffness, underneath the boobies, in between the knuckles. So I mix the flesh wash with a little bit of glazed medium, and that's what we do. Yeah, I'm excited to get these guys on the board. We'll see what they're made out of. I'm not expecting to win my first game out with them, because what the hell's going on there? My phone's doing weird stuff. That's nice. Just a little bit of just enough of a shadow there to kind of make all that worthwhile. You don't want to leave the skin looking too chalky. This guy just got kind of a crazed face. Well, plenty of systems out there. This stream reminds me I just need to finish my Alchemist. Oh yes. Are you logging your games for Union in Chains? Because we're starting to lose, man. We're starting to lose Harry to the damn NGs. We need the hat. And I'm terrible with Alchemists. So, please help. Please. I lost my last Alchemist game against Andrew 13-8. It was just, he just took advantage of the fact that my Alchemist build just has no real beef to it. And he put together one of the beatiest, like, brewers lists I've ever seen, and just steamrolled to the middle of the field and just like brutalized me. Just was turning vitriol into butter every single time she would like sneeze or walk by or whatever. That was just brutal. The fact that I was able to squeak out a couple of goals with Midas was like just to try to like make it look like a game. That was just rough, man. Okay. Let's do a sepia. Yo, 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 yo. Well, you're saying yoy, 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 Adam. Yo, 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 West Coast. I think I read every single. I think yeah, I read every single one of those correct. What's up, man? Hey, man. Hey, Adam, man. You gotta tell me about like gaming with Ash. I want to game with Ash, man. I don't think he'd let me on his channel though, because I'm like my mouth is too filthy. But that's dope. I was like, oh man, Adam's gaming with Ash. That's some crazy shit, man. Anyway, what's going on, Adam? You'll do my best. Finally giving a Midas a run. You know, I know that they nerfed Midas, but I think fundamentally he's still super strong captain. I think the issue is that they nerfed Vitriol. I think they nerfed Vitriol without properly or like sufficiently buffing other models on the team, if you want my honest opinion. Because like they buffed, I mean they nerfed Vitriol in every single aspect of her game, man. Like they nerfed her damage, they nerfed her health, they nerfed her cover to cover movement, they nerfed her threat range. Like what is left, man? What are you gonna run with Midas, by the way? Let me know your Midas squad. Adam says, riding horses, taking names, and cutting down trees. What were you guys playing? Bushido, I think? I forget. That's dope, man. I'm telling you though, I do want like one day I want to get in a game with Ash. I want to play something like really obscure with him. I don't know. We could play Fistful of Kung Fu. We could play all kinds of things. I kind of nerded out a little bit. And I was like, damn, I want to play games with Ash, man. But yeah. Okay, so we got this. All right. So here's Homie right here, and he's looking pretty dope. He needs a little more shadow though, right? So we're just gonna rock this. I still dig Vitriol, just very different to how I played her. Yeah, for sure. A lot of people played Vitriol as a beater, and the last few times I played Vitriol, that's what she was doing for me. Is she was hanging back. She was playing more of a goal retaliation piece, right? Like her role was in my old Alchemist squad was she would hang back. Hold on. She would hang back, right? The opponent would score a goal. She would pick that ball up, and somebody else would soften up a target. She would pull up to that target, beat the crap out of that, target, and then basically put herself in a position for a goal. the following turn. That's how I played her. Let's see. No idea of her team. Probably just go with what's painted. Vet Catarist is on the paint. Catarist. I said that very English style. I would say, honestly, though, OCAT is better. Original Cat is better with Midas, because especially if you're playing Vitriol. But if you're not playing Vitriol, you can pull her. You can pull out OCAT. OCAT is really good though with Vitriol. All right, Kanpai. Ash is a 15-minute drive from you. That's dope, man. All right. Yeah. All right. So let's just paint in some more of this detail. Appreciate you guys tuning in. What? What's this? Who this? Oh, nothing. Oh, this cord is weird. That cord is weird. Jeebus. I just charge it. Just charge the phone. Whatever. We'll remove it. Kanpai. Kanpai indeed, my friend. Just trying out a different brand of, not a different brand of sake, just a different bottle, a different label. I don't know what I'm saying. It's late and I've had a few of those. When I have a few of those, I get, oh, damn, somebody just broke out. Like, I had enough of this. Tired of him drinking that sake, and he just, like, took off. But yeah. My hope is that I will finish these tonight. It's looking like I am. Like I'm going to be able to finish them. And then I'll be able to play this team tomorrow. Which should be quite good. Right? That's the idea. Finish them tonight. Play that shit tomorrow. I like this model quite a bit. He looks very Greek god, even though I know he's holding a hammer. You might think he's more Norse god. But he just looks like Zeusian to me for some reason. If there's such a word. If there isn't such a word, then I get credit for inventing a word. Okay? That's what we're doing. Anybody here play Shadows of Brimstone? I need to know. I need to know about this game, man. I'm loving the very concept of the game. I'm loving the aesthetics of the game. Like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I had to order that game today because I was like, I couldn't take it no more. I gotta play that. It looks really good, people. I highly recommend looking at it. There's a guy who's not played much Guild Ball recently, playing a shit ton of Batman. What's your Midas team like? Well, let me tell you about my Midas team. My Midas team is based on the Season 1 stuff that I like, the classic Alchemists. But I didn't... It's basically the team I've wanted to play since Season 1, but didn't because of how Midas was played in Season 1, which was, all true rep shit and trying to steal Scything Blow and ridiculous crap. So my team, my Alchemist team currently is Midas, Naja, Original Cat, Calculus, and Vitriol, and Harry the Hat, right? So got a good ball handling club in there with Harry given the free momentum and Midas taking the free momentum whenever he does stuff. So you got good ball handling crew there. You've got Vitriol in there as a secondary striker and another like goal threat. You've got OCAT in there to help Vitriol move around with her I've been burned before rule, and with and you know, him being the main knockdown damage threat is OCAT on that list. And then you've got Harry, who gives you the free momentum teamwork plays, and he's just fantastic with the rising anger and being able to double push with a 2-inch threat range. Very, very good board control on Harry. Then you've got Naja in there, another 2-inch melee threat. So you've got Harry, Naja, and Vitriol, all 2-inch melee threat. And that the snake is really, really good at killing the ball. So these are all good things, okay? And the team plays like, basically the team plays around controlling the sidelines and scoring opportunistically. That's how I see it, right? Because you have, yeah, see, I'm not going to, I may drop Venom into the squad for Calculus at some point, but I love Calculus is so good at early game. She's so good at controlling the game early on. But she's a bit of a gamble because of that, right? Because she's like one of the best early game players in the entire game as far as I'm concerned. She's got access to blind. She's got the poison cloud. She can draw people in, give them a hard time. But late game, she's kind of mediocre or subpar because she's kind of forced to tank or to pass in the mid game, unless your opponent is trying to play breakaway, and then blind comes back into it, or if your opponent is being really kind of paranoid about their condition clearing, then she can come in and exploit that. But again, I don't know. Like I was saying, the team plays more off of being able to exploit that sideline, right? So you've got Harry in there with a double push momentous on 2. You've got Vitriol with a push dodge on 2. You've got Midas with a push dodge on 2. You have a lot of people that can walk people off the sidelines. Okay, you've got 3 players in there that can walk people off the sideline. If you put Flask in that lineup and you have Sikkim, now you have 4 people or 4 models that can do that. And if people aren't used to Midas doing that, it's going to surprise the hell out of them. That's how I won, you know, some of my early games with Alchemist this season. Is people are like, well, what does Midas do now, right? He lost his damage. He lost light-footed. He lost super shot and just kind of got it baked in a little bit. So what do you do with Midas? Midas he's all about creating opportunities and exploiting opportunities. That's how I see him. You use him to take somebody out of a play, or to go out, catch a loose ball, like grab a loose ball, and then just put it in the goal. Midas is phenomenal for that. Yeah, the Midas playstyle is quite different than the Smoke playstyle, so be aware. It's not inherently understood. Remember, with Midas, he doesn't do much damage. He's all about he gets in there and just starts walking models around the pitch, and he brings his models in closer. And then he's got that, the whole showboat ability. You're going to score a goal with him at some point in the game. If you have any chance of winning with Alchemists, and you're fielding Midas, you are going to score a goal with him. Say it out loud. Say it to yourself. I am going to score a goal with Midas because you need him to do that. That's an absolute must. You need him to go in there and score that goal, because you'll kind of force your opponent to deal with that goal threat on the board. And if they chase Midas into specific corners of the board, Midas can walk them right off that board. And so, again, when you're playing Midas, you're kind of scanning the board. You're looking for opportunities. You're looking for, how am I going to make opportunities for my team? Okay. OCAT is an easy one to play, right? Basically, just give him 2 influence. He should get 2 influence for most of the game, occasionally 3, maybe 1 turn out of the game. You actually give him you give him the 3 influence. But most of the time, you want him in there basically keeping the peace. Here's another guy with easy access to pushes and knockdowns, specifically. So if you want something knocked down, there's your dude right there. There's your dude, OCAT. And you got to play that synergy off of OCAT and Vitriol early. I know that there was some whining about Vitriol. I'm actually surprised there wasn't more. I mean, I've never seen a nerf so thorough as that one. Like they nerfed Opulus, and that wasn't as thorough as when they nerfed Vitriol. I was like, whoa, why do you guys advocate? Like it does seem like, I was like, man, this seems a little biased. Like they really went after Vitriol. She wasn't that good. But they were mad because Vitriol could do everything in her previous state. She could do everything. She could play every position. She was as good as a captain in a lot of ways. I think that's buff sauce too. Smoke is my gal for sure, interested to try a new captain. Sweet, man. I also like Smoke. I think Smoke has got a really cool playstyle, but I'm definitely more biased in favor of Midas. Whoa! I caught it. This is a dope song playing right now. It's called Royksop's Night Out. It's a dope song. I don't know why I'm telling you. Just get a little. I'm just gonna paint the wrap, a little bit of white on the wrap here. There we go. That song's not dope. If anything, it's rope. What? What are you talking about? I just got told to play Mist instead of Vitriol. Yes. Yes. And you'll hear that a lot. And there is a strong case for that. There is a strong case for playing Mist. At this point, Mist is every bit as good, if not a better striker than Vitriol is. My main counter argument to that is, if I, my union pick for the squad is Harry. Harry and Harry is so important to that team, as far as I'm concerned. It's a ball handling club. It's an area control club, and that's what Harry does super well. Is he can control the board. He can generate momentum. He can force he can force enemies out of plays. He's just so damn important. If it's not from the 70s or 80s, I won't know the song. How old are you, Jazzathoth? I'm wondering. How old are you? I wonder. How are we doing on Twitch? We still have a viewer on Twitch. What's up, one Twitch viewer? You can say what's up. Good songs from the 70s and 80s. You know what I was talking about this tonight. You know what I really like? The band from the 70s and 80s that I really, really like, and people probably don't know this about me, is I love the Eagles. Love the Eagles, man. My older brother, he really loved the Rolling Stones. You're 24? What the hell? Hey, I know so much about Gilball. Why are you lying to this poor fellow? Damn you, Adam. Damn you. Come on. I was just trying to pull one over on this poor guy. Yeah. 24, and you only listen to songs from the 70s and 80s. Is that a fair statement? In which case, I say, dope. Good job. If you only listen to songs from the 70s and 80s. I listen to a few songs from the 90s and the 2000s, but I gotta admit, those are all my favorite songs are usually in those 2 decades. Tom Waits is a music god. But yeah, man, I love the Eagles. You know, I'm talking like I love the early Glenn Frey shit. I love the Henley stuff. I just love the Eagles. Like that's like my jam. Love the Eagles. And I don't really like any other bands that are kind of along that same vein. Like my brother liked the Stones, so I can, I guess I'd have to say I also like the Stones. You know, he just kind of as a consequence of them being played all the time. I don't know any better. I'm a drunk ass Brit. Eagles meh for owls. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. I like the Eagles. You can't make me stop. So you're a Brit dude that just listens to 70. Well, what are your favorite bands? Like, what's your freaking jam? Do you listen to rap from the 80s and the 70s or not? Because I do. Damn, he is just kind of dope. Kind of all about this dude now. I'm going to over highlight his sword a bit so I can bring it back to reality once I wash it. 4 owls are British. Okay, I take your word for it, man. Relax. I got you. I got you. Doing some edge highlighting here. Whoop. And get the beard. Whoop. I don't know why I keep saying whoop, but it makes sense to me at this juncture to be making that sound. I guess my playlist is done. All good. So a little bit of hardline might have been a bit of exaggeration, but give me Miles Davis over anything decent. I do like Miles Davis. So many. Do you like new wave from the 80s? Love new wave music. Like Devo, Duran Duran. Do you like Wham from the 80s? Come on, man. Do you like Wham? I fucking love Wham. I like George Michael, but I really like Wham. And how do you feel about Queen? Because I love Queen. And David Bowie. And Prince. It's a lot of, I just threw a lot of things. I only listen to future music. 2020 stuff is the bomb. Are you even allowed to say the bomb if you're talking about future music? There's some other word. Don't you future some other word out there, Adam? Like what they would use instead of bomb? They wouldn't use fleek or lit. Who knows what's going to be in 2020? Maybe it's shart, you know. Oh, that's so shart. I survived World War III is a hit. What is the matter with you, Adam? Alright. Here we go. Be amazed at what this, like, these little, teeny little line highlights do. They are dope. This guy right here is my jam. I love this guy. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry, I was cleaning. What's up, Blade Wolf? Welcome back to the feed. Give me Depeche Mode or Eurythmics. What about Pet Shop Boys? I was in the hobby shop today and I heard Pet Shop Boys came on. I'm like, damn, I'm kind of a Pet Shop Boys fan. The Gays had really good music in the 80s, man. You had the Pet Shop Boys. You had Erasure. I know my wife is like the biggest Depeche Mode fan. She loves Depeche Mode, The Cure, The Smiths. She loves all that stuff. And I took her to see Depeche Mode when we were dating, and you know, I saw David Gohan up there on stage and he was doing a little twirl, and I was like, pretty sure this guy's gay, and my wife was like, no, he's not. He has a wife and kids. He just knows his audience. Like he knows his audience. He knows the like kind of the stylings. So you would dance and you would do a little twirly gig, and it would make you look a little bit gay. And I was like, are you sure? Because it seems really gay. And it seems like it wouldn't bother me that he's gay, but it just seemed that way. And I was like, I don't know. And she still gets mad at me to this day, just for even daring question whether or not he was gay. That guy might be your jam, but he is my sandwich. Also love David Bowie. Queen, like I said. Prince, oh my god, I love Prince. So many good bands. Like even Culture Club was dope. Love them all. What else you got, man? What else you got, chat? Like who else do you love from the 70s and the 80s? I even like disco, man. Like I love Donna Summer. Samadana. Who else? Ice-T in the 80s was dope. And then late 80s, you got Public Enemy. So good. From my experience, closeted gays make great music. They sure did, man. They sure do. I don't know. I don't know if David Gohan is gay or not. And frankly, I don't care. I don't care. It's just like, it's almost just like a mental, it's like a mental indulgence. Like you allow your brain to kind of try to like, you know, act out a false trial in your head. Like, is this dude gay? Yes or no? But I don't know. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter. He makes good music, and I'm down. No Public Enemy fans here. I mean, technically, Eazy-E and NWA came out like 1989, right? You also had on the hip hop side, you had Stetsasonic. You had Eric B and Rock. Well, yeah, Eric B and Rakim. Even Tribe Called Quest had a an album in the 80s. So if we're talking 80s, 70s, and 80s, I'll throw the Tribe in there. I freaking love the Tribe. Oh boy. How you guys feeling about my Blacksmiths guild? Likey, no likey? What you think, man? You came out in 1989. 1989, a number. Another summer. That's right. Fight the Power came out in 1989. Which was a cool song. But I really liked Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. Like one of my favorite albums of all time. But so many other like good music and like in like every genre, man. In the 80s. You remember, well, you're 24, but like I remember when MTV came out, White Power. What the hell are you talking about, dude? I remember when MTV came out and we watched a shit ton of Rod Stewart videos. Because at the time MTV came out, there were only like 12 videos in all of existence, and Rod Stewart shot 6 of them. So you would watch Rod Stewart for another hour, and then you'd go to like, Video Killed the Radio Star. You'd go to David Bowie. You might have something in there like Tony Basil. You know, Scenario is my jam when I do my lifting, my run, or my lifting. Oh my God, Scenario is my jam. Period. Like I just love. Damn. When the other night when you were like powerful impact, boom from the cannon, I was like, oh my God, Scenario. I love it so much. Yeah. You want to know why? Because it's raw, raw like a dungeon dragon. Can you believe that? They were talking like way before all these fucking Big Bang shit theory came out and all these fucking hipsters playing D&D in coffee shops. Way before that. Way before fucking Chester and Thaddeus were sitting in a coffee shop with their fucking glitter buns playing D&D. You had Busta Rhymes coming out and saying rah rah like a dungeon dragon. How fucking gangster is that? Way before, man. Way before. Before these fools were even born, Busta Rhymes was like that. God damn Busta Rhymes, man. He's so good. I, again, love Busta Rhymes too, man. Busta Rhymes is like the Busta Bus. I love the Busta Bus. I even liked him when he was with Leaders of the New School. You know, when he was in there with like Charlie Brown and Charlie Brown and the other dudes that were in Leaders of the New School. LONS, that's right. You talk about Tribe Called Quest, and they had basically they called themselves Native Tongues. I'm sure Blade Wolf knows that. Native Tongues with Tribe Called Quest, Leaders of the New School, De La Soul, Queen Latifah, like that whole crew, man. That was a dope crew. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, man, that's the kind of shit we used to listen to. I'm just gonna talk old school hip hop. I don't even care. I don't care. You can follow along or not. If you don't like hip hop, you might like take some advice from me and listen to some hip hop, and then you might like fucking hip hop, right? I love Marley Marl, Cool G Rap, You listen to Cool G rap songs, Big Daddy Kane. You got even Cool Mo D. But you know who I liked and who you should listen to. You should listen to fucking Gangstar. Gangstar was hot as shit, man. Love Gangstar. With DJ Premier. Oh my god, you could listen to Gangstar, you could listen to EPMD. Love EPMD. Like these were dope as like that's what you like people talk about hip hop now. It's like, oh, Dr. Dre produced this and Eminem is the best rapper and I love Jay-Z. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. You can thumbs down this shit if you want. Jay-Z would be an average fucking rapper, man. He would be an average rapper back in the day. Back when all this shit was dope. Back when you had fucking Stetsasonic, the hip hop band, and like Sly and the Family Stone, they will stand. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, Ghetto Boys, like, oh, what do you, like, listen to hip hop now, like, the fuck are these people talking about? What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about, really? I wake up to work from Gangstar. Gangstar put out a dope, like, not Gangstar, but Guru, right? Points to whoever knows what Guru stands for. Points, if you know what Guru stands for. I'll tell you in a minute. But yeah, he put out an album called Jazzmatazz. Actually, I think it was a couple of albums, and they had like brand new heavies on that shit, and that was like one of the dopest things that they did with hip hop, like back in the day, was freaking Jazzmatazz. Like go, like look that shit up, man. That's a good freaking album. Like stop listening to this garbage. Like I'm talking to you hip hop guys. I'm not talking about people that don't listen to hip hop. Like if you don't listen to hip hop, okay, I get it. Maybe you don't like the genre, whatever. But like if you're gonna, they need to listen to good hip hop. Just telling you. Damn. Even like Black Sheep, man. Drez, DRES. Yes, I guess I can start. Like yes, yes. And you were talking about that Black Eyed Peas song yesterday. Wanna go back to yesterday. That song, it's a dope song. Don't get me wrong. And they like the call outs are dope in that. The whole thing. The track is hot. I liked it. It just made me want to like listen to the shit that I listened to. But yeah, I liked it. Wanna go back to yesterday. But there were so many good acts back in that day, man. Back in them days. Loved it. Even Digital Underground. I love Digital Underground. I'm gonna say something probably upset people. Tupac was just, he was an okay rapper. I just said it. He was just okay. Like if you, that's right. No, not Gangs Under Rare Urinal. No, damn it. Freaking Adam, dude. Gifted Unlimited Rhymes Universal. Come on. Okay, here. I'm gonna type it. I'm gonna type it right here. It's right here. Remember this. Remember this. Gifted Unlimited Rhymes Universal. Okay? Now you know. Now you know what the fucking Guru stands for. You know. You got now you just for penance. For penance, now you have to go listen to it. Now you gotta go listen to Gangstar. And you should listen to I'm the Man. Listen to I'm the Man by Gangstar. It's got Jeru the Damager, and it's got Lil Dat. You gotta listen to that. Damn. You gotta listen to Ghetto Boys too. See, I'm just like, that's how we do. Like you gotta listen to that shit. Damn. I don't know. But like that's the hip hop I listen to, man. That's what we did back in the day. Get under roaring utensils. Damn Canadians. The dangerously effeminate, possibly Canadian. You heard me say it. Gangstar means something very different to me, and I'll get called out as a huge ass nerd for it. If you want. I don't know. That's what Gangstar means to me, man. Gangstar is Guru and DJ Premier. That's what. I even like some of the one-offs, like Rob Ace and DJ Easy Rock. Like they had like their song that still gets played today. It Takes Two. Everybody, you know, and everybody dance and that shit when they hear that song. But you remember their like Joy and Pain song? You're a total nerd. Face it, nerd. Yeah, yeah. Way to make him feel welcome there, Adam. Good job, buddy. Good job. Joy and pain, like sunshine and rain. All right, let us do a little bit of this. I'm watching a dude paint models. I'm a huge ass nerd. I don't think watching someone paint models makes you a nerd these days. I don't. I think I had a whole like diatribe over the word nerd and what it means today. And I don't think what we're doing here qualifies us to be nerds. I don't. I think that being a nerd is more a commercial term and an adjective than it is what it used to mean. It has, in my opinion, it has migrated from its original meaning. For better or worse, you know. Up to you to decide if you like it or not. But that's just me. Like sunshine, rain. One of my other my jams is Stetsasonic talking about talking all that jazz I love. AFRICA I love. You guys remember the Stop the Violence movement? KRS-One put that together, Stop the Violence. He had had all those rappers on there. Stetsasonic. He had Dougie Fresh in the Get Fresh crew. I fucking love Dougie Fresh. Like I saw Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh came out and introduced another band one time. I forget what band I was watching, but Dougie Fresh came out and did a little intro for them, and I got pissed. I was like, "What is this bullshit?" Now I don't even want to watch who's gonna come out on stage. I want to watch Dougie Fresh. Like I want to watch the freaking show. I want to see the Get Fresh crew. Like bring Slick Rick out there. I want to see that. And they're like, "No, modern band, yay!" It's like modern band, boo. Dougie Fresh, yay. Love Dougie Fresh. He was the human beatbox. I'm not talking Fat Boys, all right? I'm not talking about Fat Boys beatboxing. I'm talking about Dougie Fresh beatboxing. It's way better. Here we go. Nerd's a label. It's exactly the same as geek nowadays. Either one of those terms define someone who is obsessed with a thing. Yeah, I would. Yeah, okay. I think that's the gist of it. I think what's debatable is the term obsessed and just basically how it's more. Again, I think nerd is more of a marketing term. I think it's, and when you say obsessed, I think it's more invested. almost like a monetary invested. Damn, I'm gonna have to like freehand the center line of that blade. Lol, Slick Rick was hiding out or something. God, I love Slick Rick. Well, he had a criminal record. Like Slick Rick, actually did have a criminal record for like armed robbery. And you know, you think about that song "Children's Story," which is a dope freaking song. If you have not heard the song "Children's Story," you gotta listen to that shit. Dope song. Um, yeah, he had a criminal record going in. These days, you hear like "Lottie Dottie." Like you'll see it in like freaking Subaru commercials or some shit. Lottie Dottie, we likes to party. Like the little suburban family saying that, and you're like, dude, why? That was a dope Dougie Fresh and Get Fresh Crew song with my man Slick Rick. Hey Blade Wolf, man, say something like, tell me like one of your obscure hip hop favorites, man. Like what would you say? Is it Kwame? So I fucking love Kwame. I tried to like I asked Amazon Alexa to find Kwame for me, and it found a different Kwame, like very like it would. I think it was a Latin rap group called Kwame. You remember Special Ed? Love Special Ed, right? How about MC Milk and MC Light? MC Milk was MC Light's brother, but MC Light, in my opinion, she was the real deal. Like MC Light was the actual, like bona fide, freaking stone cold rapper amongst the two of them. And I fucking loved MC Light. I thought MC Light would just rhyme circles around all the other female rappers and at least like half the male rappers, right? MC Light was fucking legit. Um, she would destroy Milk. And Queen Latifah was actually, I thought she was a pretty good rapper, but I'm telling you, MC Light just rhymed circles around Latifah. Like MC Light would just embarrass Latifah. And I saw them both in concert back in the day. MC Light, Queen Latifah. You remember Moni Love? She was in Native Tongues. Moni Love was pretty cool. She was a good rapper, but she like got pregnant or some shit and then like never came back. Salt and Pepper, yes. Also love Salt and Pepper. Peppa and Spinderella. Salt and Pepper were good. They started to do more. They actually like towards the end of their mainstream rap career, they were doing more like crossover, almost like just standard R&B songs, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna say MC Light by far threw that shit down. Like she threw that shit down. I would have to say like career, she was the best female rapper and one of the better just flat out rappers was MC Light. Like she would just mop the floor with people. Do you remember like Teddy Riley was doing all that shit? Teddy Riley did songs with like Heavy D and all that. I remember that. I don't know. We're just talking old school. Missy, oh, well, yeah, you gotta, yeah. Okay, I agree. I would put Missy up there, but I would, I would put her right there with MC Light, man. I put her right there with MC Light. Missy is dope. Missy Elliott basically taught me that Nelly Furtado is fucking legit. That's what I got from Missy Elliott. Like Missy Elliott did songs with Nelly Furtado, who did songs with Timbaland, and I'll give Don Wrinkles an A for effort. Yeah. Um, Timbaland and Magoo back in the day. Magoo is gone. It's just Timbaland now. But yeah, remember like not Missy Elliott, but Nelly Furtado came out, and you're like, who the hell is this? Like, I'm like a bird, and you're like, what the hell? Just some crazy like pop song lady or whatever. Also, don't be a 1 minute man. Um, yeah, when Nelly Furtado came out like that, I'm like a bird, we're like, that's not very good. And then she did songs with Missy Elliott, and you're like, damn, she's pretty damn dope. But whatever. She retired too. I think she just like went out and just became a mom and decided she wasn't gonna be dope no more, or at least like she wasn't gonna do dope public things no more. I have yeah, my playlist has a Nelly Furtado song on it. Pretty rad. Damn, we are getting there, people. We are almost there. Shoot up deep to woo. Shoot up deep to wow. Alright, so now we're gonna do a bunch of armor wash and a bunch of other wash. Oh, wait. I need to line highlight the terrain a little bit more too. One of my favorite songs is on Bad Boys. What song? I never watched Bad Boys. I don't know. I like checked out by that point. I was like, I give up. Not watching this no more. Busta Rhymes featuring P. Diddy and Pharrell. Anything Busta Rhymes, I like. Anything Busta Rhymes does, I like. Busta Rhymes is just amazing. That's another dude that if I could have anybody narrate my life, I would want Busta Rhymes to narrate my life. Yo, 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 yo. Walking down the street. Past the Crevassier. Crevassier. You imagine Busta Rhymes narrating your life. Woo-ha! You walk down the street. Oh my god, it would be too good. It would be too good. Would fucking love Busta Rhymes narrating my life. Woo-ha! Got them all in check. Oh my god. Yeah, even people who have never heard Busta Rhymes would like Busta Rhymes to narrate their life. I would pick Biz Markie to narrate my life too. Because you wouldn't understand him half the time. It would be amazing. Make the music with your mouth, Biz. Oh man, I know. I guess tonight we're just talking like old school hip hop. And like 2 people invested in this conversation. I don't know. Everybody else is like, can you just paint the blacksmiths? Just shut up and paint the blacksmiths. You dirty painting monkey, you. No, you're gonna have to listen to me talk about hip hop music, what I like, what disappoints me. You gotta listen to it all, man. It's the full range of emotions going on here. You gotta be part of it. You're listening to a Marlon Marl remix single of Let Me Hear Your Earrings Jingle. You guys know what that song is from. And then of course we gotta talk about Wu-Tang Clan. So the other night I was painting and like falling in and out of consciousness. And you can actually catch it on the stream. Like if you went back and watched it, I start talking like, oh yeah, I like these models, and then I'm like slipping in and out of consciousness, and I'm like, that's a good kid. Just wish we had more runway, then we could invite the Wu-Tang Clan. That was like me dreaming about the Wu-Tang Clan. Like somehow in this alternate reality, I had direct access to the Wu-Tang Clan, and I can ask them to come visit some kid. I'm here just like hip hop is a genre. Now hip hop is dope, man. Got to give it a shot. Like, but listen to good shit. If you want other shit, you can listen to. It depends on your style. Like what. If you really like the jazzy Miles Davis shit, you will really like hip hop. I think, especially 80s hip hop from the East Coast had so much jazz influence to it. Like, I think if you really like Miles Davis and that kind of shit, then for sure I would recommend like go listen to Stetsasonic, go listen to Guru. You can even listen to KRS-One, um, uh, D Nice. You can listen to all of that, and it's pretty dope. But for sure, Gangstar, Stetsasonic. You can even listen to want to see something a little more current. Listen to J5. Listen to Jurassic 5. It's a dope crew. Look, man, when you're the only person in your group who, well, is the token black guy that loves 80s music hard but can get into hip hop. Pastor Cremassi music video has Mr. T in it for just a little, but the A-teaming his way through a wall. That's amazing. Yeah, it's true. You're like, if you're the black dude, you're like the token black dude in the gaming group. You might be the only one to listen to hip hop music. Well, I tell you what, man, I am also. I'm not the token black dude, but I am definitely the old school hip hop aficionado. I just love it, man. Love that shit. So good. So many good hip hop acts too back in the 80s, and nobody even knows. Like they can't even they don't even see past like Eminem and Drake and like 3 people. They don't even they have no clue what good hip hop it sounds like. They've never heard it before. They just don't understand. And it's like I weep for them. I weep for the younger generation. It's like you guys missed out. You missed out on hip hop when it was a struggling art form, when it was really based on these artists that were creating a totally new genre of music, and that were just so desperate to be formally recognized by the industry that it's like, it's like being around when rock and roll music came out. Think about the Americans' contribution to popular music, and you got to think about jazz, right? You got to think about rock and roll, and then you got to think about hip hop music. Really, hip hop music was the last great invention or the last great addition to popular music. And instead of it, it evolved and it became something. I just don't like what it became. If I'm being completely honest with you, it's. I jumped in early late from me painting, but hey, I'm getting a bunch of music recommendations. Yeah, you're welcome, man. I can talk about hip hop at least as long as I can talk about miniature gaming and painting. I don't know. It's just I don't even know if I can say it's a passion of mine. I just feel like I have to talk about it though, because it never gets talked about. It's just really frustrating for me, because it's like, there's all these people that are desperate to hear some really, really good music and good sounds. And I'm like, that's a thing. That's a thing that was overlooked and neglected for, so many years or whatever. And it shouldn't be. Well, it kind of split. There's the money and women aspect of the anger portion. Yeah, if you remember, like the earlier hip hop, when they would do when they would do the bragging, it was all about their rhyming skills. It was about being able to battle. It was about having the proper skills, being a good MC, being able to move the crowd, right? That's what Rakim used to say. That's what it used to be. Like the sucker MCs trying to, you know, take that shit away from like legitimate MCs. And the true MCs kind of just saying like, look, man, we move the crowd. Like we know how to rhyme, we know how to spin, um, and we can take you out with lyrics. We don't have to use violence, right? That was like the early rap. That was like early hip hop was around that kind of shit. They would do storytelling too. Like if you talk about like Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5, like their songs, they had legitimate storytelling in their songs. Um, but that's what it used to be. If you remember the beef with like Kool Moe Dee and LL, it was about rapping. It wasn't about East Coast, West Coast, or anything like that. It was just like who was actually the better rapper. And you find out now that some of that was manufactured controversy to help sell records. Like, okay, I'm going to give them a pass. It's fine. But the whole East Coast West Coast thing and it ending violently, that was like a sad day for me because I'm like, damn, I used to defend hip hop in my high school. I would defend it to my teachers and to anybody who wanted to hear it, who was willing to listen to me. That like, hey, this is a legitimate art form. This is a legitimate genre of music, and you're watching history in the freaking making, and you can't even see it. Right? In the 80s, I was watching legitimate art form being born, hip hop music being born. And and what did we get? We got Tipper Gore like launching federal investigations against the 2 Live crew. You had the federal government investigating NWA. That's a sign of the times, man. They were after these people. For what? And then, I didn't even, by the way, I still haven't watched the NWA movie. I still haven't watched it. I don't know what to think. I don't know how honest a movie produced by Dre is going to be about NWA. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of truth in it, but I want to see what really went down between him and Easy and even MC Ren. Like they never cover MC Ren. On a different note, closest I've ever gotten to folks talking about old school hip hop is Mr. B. What do you got to say, man? What's up? What's up, Sean? On a different note, are you saying I should drink sake? I think that's what you're saying, right? I should hit it one more time. Let's do it. I felt bad for Twisted Sister because it got stuff for parental advisory. I remember that. We're not gonna take it. I thought that was like the most tame song too. I was like, what the hell? Just because of the beginning of that video. I wanna rock. God damn, I'm old. I don't care, man. This is what we do. Alright. Gunpie. Okay, it's starting to weigh in. I've gone from socially lubricated to possibly pliable at this point. I'm easily suggestible at this point. Damn. Alright, so we'll keep doing this. I wanna rock. It was, but parents were freaking out about anything not good for the kids. In the 70s, 80s, they had random murders going around. They were worried about music. This is a crazy thing, too. In the 70s and 80s, there was way more violent crime than there is now. Can you imagine that? There was way more violent crime than there is now. And we're just in the wake of all these mass shootings. And I was telling my wife, like, if you look at the raw numbers, 2017 got a lot of catching up to do if it's going to get down to with like, to like 1983 levels. Like you got a lot more of them shootings that need to happen. Just scary. Nah, get worried about Weird Billy that likes playing with dead squirrels for sure. Right? And they were blaming everything. They blame, it's no different today. But now, like, it's crazy to me that like the mainstream media is still looking at things like video games to explain, oh, well, here's why you had such a horrible massacre. This person played Call of Duty. Like, really? That's your groundbreaking journalism? Explain that, try to tell me that Call of Duty made this kid a homicidal maniac and had nothing to do with a pre-existing mental condition or mental illness? Like, what are you guys talking about? For real. What are we talking about? Why do we always have to attack the fandoms and the genres? Like, no matter what. You know what? They like this weird thing. They like this weird hobby. They like these weird things, and it must be because of that. Like, word? Really? That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Instead of trying to figure out what actually happened, we're going to chase down the video game boogeyman. And, I don't know. Oh no, 1950s hip gyrations from the rock and roll causes the sex. If I'm being honest, everything causes the sex. Everything. All music causes the sex. All music causes the sex. I haven't met one girl that doesn't have quote unquote fucking music, right? I've never met a girl that doesn't have fucking music. All girls have fucking music. It's a matter of finding out what their fucking music is. when you're the single guy that's trying to get in on that, you better find out what their fucking music is. And if they'll turn that on and play it for you. Just saying. But they all have it. It's like, that's one of the things I learned. One of the small pearls of wisdom I can offer. Find out what their fucking music is. And be a fan of that shit. Alright. People are easily suggestible because media is easier to swallow, then people can be messed up. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a number of things. I think we're finally at a point as a society where we are just so stupidly suggestible, and we are hyper conditioned consumers. So we will consume. We're just so trained to consume whatever the hell is in front of us, and accept whatever messaging is put in front of us without really questioning anything. Skepticism is dead or dying. There's no true skepticism on a main scale. And it's, if you are truly skeptical, well, then you're subject to all of the social, all the social discipline associated with that. So beware. Pretty rad. Pretty happy with these guys. Pretty happy. Let's keep rocking. We're almost done. Basically there. We need to just apply the next wash on these, which is going to be the Agrax Earth Shade. Hope you guys are liking these blacksmiths, because they're dope. I'm really excited. Like, I think these are going to be amazing out on the board. probably going to do like a somber gray. Yeah, I'll probably do somber gray as the base to paint the bases in. Well, I'm going to need a bigger brush to do this. Yeah, it's just there's just so much groupthink these days, and we're also conditioned to protecting the status quo and protecting, you know, what we consider to be sensible, sympathetic positions. That you know, you got to be careful. Like everything sounds when you're listening to somebody say things, and it just all sounds so good on paper. That's when you really need to be the most cautious, in my opinion. Then you really need to go, well, wait a minute. This all sounds really, really good. What the fuck is the catch? You know? What's the caveat? I should stick tufts on these minis, but meh. I want to rock. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I gotta shade all of him pants, all the belts. Basically anything brown gets a shade. Pretty rad. Slightly different topic. How are you finding the new plastics to paint? I think they're fine. I think they're good. I was bitching about earlier was I don't think the female sculpts are as good as they used to be in metal. I think that's really where you take the hit is the female sculpts. The male sculpts are amazing and good as ever, but the female sculpts, because they're single piece, they've taken a hit. They've taken a hit because they have to adjust for dimensional stability. Like they have to make sure all of this is going to look good and remain stable when you're playing it on the board. So I want to rock. And I have that stuck in my head. Damn Twisted Sister. Whoa. See, I have a lot of shade, I have a lot of wash there. I'm gonna have to pull that off. Whoa. I want to rock. Yeah, I'm liking them. I like the new plastics. I've painted the kickoff set, I've painted the Farmers Guild, and now I've painted the Blacksmiths. And so I can honestly say that I like the plastics. I think they're very good. I would say the only plastics I would probably enjoy painting, well, that I do enjoy painting more than these are Malifaux plastics. Because Malifaux plastics can do good female sculpts, and because they can do good female sculpts, I'm down. I'm hearing more buff as hell women in miniatures. Yeah, we're gonna get more of those. And I guess they're okay. I don't have a problem with them doing those, like putting those in a bunch of games. I really don't, as long as it's equally okay to put hot women in video games. I'm worried that hot women, or not video games, but you know, games, tabletop games or otherwise. I'm worried about that. I'm legitimately worried. That's like, oh, you know, this woman conforms to a basic standard of attractiveness, therefore you can't play her. I'm worried about shit like that. Really good. Did I set my alarm? I did. Yeah, I'm liking my Smiths, dude. Just so you know, plan is to play a couple of games with these, and I may be dropping them on eBay as soon as Friday. Could be Saturday, but I'm going to sell these pretty quick. Unless I absolutely fall in love with them and say, okay, I'm going to play black. No, even then, even if I absolutely fell in love with Blacksmiths, I would sell this particular set. And if I really wanted to play Blacksmiths, I would buy my own set and paint them a little bit more different. I would not use as much steel. I would definitely use more brass, more copper. I think those looks are just cool. I think they're more exciting than the steel look. I'm not opposed to the steel look. I don't think it's, to me, it's not as interesting. I'd rather just deal with steel and traditional looks for other people. It's easy to paint, but whew. That sake starting to wear on me? Yes. Okay. By the way, the goodness. What I was going to tell you, Jazzathoth, um, my definition of the modern nerd is someone who professes to be a fan of something and then owns some sort of merchandise related to it. So that's like as generic as you can get. Like that's a good 70 to 85% of the population would now suddenly be classed as a nerd. But I think that's how far they've co-opted the term. You know what I mean? Nerds originally were defined as being, highly intelligent, socially outcast, weird, socially awkward, unfashionable. These are all in the, the unabridged dictionary, the Oxford unabridged dictionary. But a lot of people since then have been using nerd as like an adjective. Get your nerd on. Go to a nerd bar. Go to a nerd fitness gym. Go to a nerd crematorium. Like they've really just been kind of riding that term through marketing, knowing that these, these educated single disposable income folks don't take it too kindly when you tell them they're going to be perpetual virgins their whole lives. They're not. It's not a good message, is what I'm saying. They're not going to be down with that. So take it for what it's worth, but I just think I don't think that's going to fly, man. All right. Fair, the term nerd culture has become more prevalent. It is so broad that if you were to call into question another person's nerd credentials, you would have people freaked out and yelling at you, calling you elitist. If you were like, if you were in a, I don't know, if you were in a Guild Ball fan group and you had people there posting every day about how much they love the environment and how much they want you to stop eating GMOs, and you were to suddenly try to call them out and say, hey man, what Guild Ball team do you play? Oh really? Who plays on that team? Like if you started in with that, it would end poorly because somebody's going to stick up and say, oh, why did I do that, by the way? I'm just dumb. Guess I really am getting drunk now. Getting drunk now. Truth be told, I'd go to a nerd gym. Yeah, I'm not knocking that. If you want to go to a nerd gym, fine. But I'm just saying, oh shit, I am really drunk. Am I just doing I'm doing a horrible job, people. An entire base I did not hit. That's not the gloss. What did I do with the gloss? What did I do with the gloss, people? There it is. Under gym. I would go into a nerd gym if I needed to go to a gym and that was the closest one. I wouldn't single out the gym and try to go into a nerd gym. That's just me. The term nerd means nothing to me now, other than modern marketing. That's all I see. When someone says, "Oh, it's a nerd thing," I'm like, "Nope, that's a modern marketing thing." I don't think it has anything. Or the other stance I take is like, well, you know, if you're gonna call yourself a nerd, you're gonna call all these people nerds. I don't think I'm a nerd anymore. I think I lost the ability to use that term. You know what I mean? Because I don't agree with the group thing. Like, I'm gonna be like, I don't think Episode 7 Star Wars was very good. I don't watch Doctor Who. I don't care which one is your favorite Doctor. I don't worship superheroes. I don't think they're that great. Like, that's because I don't follow the group thing. I think they wouldn't want me to be a nerd. No, I'm not a nerd. He's just a hater. Because I have criticisms of things. You're called a hater. You're no longer, you know, that used to be synonymous with nerds. Is this whole like hyper scrutiny about things, like tearing them all apart, examining them critically, and then trying to put them back together. That's what nerds did back in the day. But now it's like, you can't say anything mean, or else. That's too bright, isn't it? Let's see. That's way too bright. We're not doing that. Reason why I would got to get done is that I don't have to feel like I'm the scrawny guy in a buff room, which I can get that. But that drives me crazy. Like, you can't say anything mean because you're a nerd and nerds are accepting of everybody, or you're just a hateful man, baby. Like, that's the argument. That's the argument. It's awful. All right. Sorry. Let's abandon ship here for a minute. I need a specific color called Basalt Gray. And here it is. I'm a nerd. Episode 7 was overrated, and I cannot abide Doctor Who. But see, you'll start to lose points the more of those things you go down. You're like, Avengers was not a good movie, and everything these days is really just nostalgia franchise banking. They don't even make the movies for you. They make the movies for China because they know it's a sure thing. Making money off the Chinese audience is a sure thing. Over here in the States, you never know. Somebody could get mad. It could be like Ghostbusters. You don't know. So, I don't know. Damn, he is bringing out the basalt. Yes, that was funny actually. I think it's the right color to use here, Basalt Gray. Yeah, I think that's the right color. Or should they... it's too light. Well... I could use black gray. They'll look sharper if I use black gray. If I use this color, it's not as cool. What do you think? I think it clashes too much with the steel that's already on there. I think I need to go darker. So I think I will go ahead and use black gray. I'm just gonna make more of it. Okay. That's been my whole gripe with nerddom lately. It's like I'm not a nerd anymore. I'm not part of. When I was a nerd, part of the definition was that you were a fringe and outcast. That you weren't part of the mainstream. That they didn't understand you and your individual choices, and you were you were first and foremost an individualist, and you flew your freak flag, and you didn't give a shit who had something to say about it. These days, you have to give a shit because, oh my god, Geek and Sundry doesn't like me. They said I was a man baby because I didn't like, please let me just defend you. Like, that's not what being a nerd was. Being a nerd was you getting clowned and mocked, and people coming up to you and saying, what is that? What is that shirt? Like Thundercats. That's stupid and gay. You're a nerd. Like that's that's what being a nerd was. That's what being a nerd was. There was you you were defiant. Being a nerd was you were defiant and you were staunchly individualist. And these days it's you better like episode 8 or you're a hater. You need to stop right now. Everyone, look at the hater. Get him out of the group. Like nerds, no man. Nerds picked other nerds up when they got pushed out of the doors. When they got pushed out, when they got laughed at, when they got mocked. These quote unquote nerds these days are every bit as cliquish. They're every bit as groupthink as the people that we were supposed to be against back in the day. Should probably get some sleep, but thanks for hanging out, chatting, music, and nerd shit. For sure, man. Thanks for tuning in. I know I get ranty, so I appreciate you indulging my rant. I'm still in the middle of it, by the way. It don't matter. I'm going to do this, and we're going to go to sleep. And in the morning, I'm going to have a dry Blacksmith guild to play that guild ball. And it's going to be dope. Ooh, what happened there? Uh-oh. That's not good. Bit of a gash in the... Something tear at the sculpt here, or tear at the base. I don't know. Maybe this is hyperbole. Maybe what I'm saying is hyperbole. But that's how I feel, man. It's like, nerds... Fuckers a nerd these days. I don't even understand what the hell they're talking about. Did you listen to the new Samuel Jackson dub of Nerd Live? Like, oh, okay, it's fun. That's cool. Thank you. You have to be able to sing along, or else you're not a true nerd. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And then then they have the argument, but you can't. Like, they can determine who a true nerd is based on the color of their blaster fire, like the color of their lasers. Okay, that's the bad guy, as evidenced by their green lasers. Like, it's 8 a.m. with me for no sleep. Have a good one, dude. Appreciate you tuning in. I know I rant about this shit all the time, but you know what it is. Oh man, I think these are dope. I'm happy with these. We're gonna play them. We're gonna see how we do. Gotta play that guild ball tomorrow. Let's see. I'm not sure. Probably want to play some Batman too, but I don't know. Just depends on who's around. I don't want to stream Batman. I don't. Batman's difficult to stream. I don't feel like streaming it all the time. Sean Paul and Busta. The Busta Boss. But you could be a rap nerd these days. Like you could be a hip hop nerd. But that's not a thing. Why not? If being a nerd is about being a hardcore fan of something, you know, then you can be a Busta Rhymes nerd if you want. You need like 5 cameras for Batman, for sure, man. I can get 3 up there, but I still don't know what people would get out of it, other than some cool like live shots. Whoop whoop. Okay. Almost done. There we go. Look at that. And finally, whoa, don't ruin it. Oh, did I already do it? Yeah, I already did the goalpost. Okay, let's let them dry for a minute. Let's let them dry for a minute, and then we'll take our final shots. For those of you who have been on this feed, including the spoiler parts of the feed, thank you for tuning in. Pretty and good on you for like finding out when I was gonna do an unannounced stream and just did it. Did the damn thing. Well, hang out for some comments. Should I pour myself one more? What do you guys think? Pour myself one more little sip here to help me sleep. Let's do it. One more. All right. There we go. We'll do this to the people that I miss. Here we go. Kampai. Thinking about you. Miss you. Woo. Very good, though. It is very good. I'm excited, man. Got a new blacksmith guild. Excited. I don't even think I need to stick tufts on these. I think I can just sell them like that. They're pretty rad. Just let that dry. Then tomorrow, just wake up, check out my new team, put them on the board, see what they can do. No other comments, questions, threats, anything like that before we call it a night here. Again, I am super grateful that you guys tune in when you do, and that we can hang out. Yeah, and if there's anything I can do for you guys, let me know. I'm talking streams, hangouts, anything like that. It doesn't have to be like a Patreon thing. You can just say, hey man, I want to learn how to paint this. And I think you have one. Let's paint it. I'm down. All right. Okay, guys. Well, thank you, Blade Wolf. I will keep up the good work. Appreciate everybody tuning in. All right. So with that, we're going to call it. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.